Hello. I'm wondering as you guys come in, can you hear like the fan? Is it a lot of background noise? Hey Torian, what's up? Is it too loud? Because it's a little warm in here. I'm reluctant to turn it off. I can turn it down though. I can turn it down. Hold on. I went ahead and turned it down. How is everyone? Everybody okay? Oh no, it's not that hot. It's not that hot. If it was that hot, I would just be under the AC. I got something in the mail today sent by a certain someone. Thank you, that certain someone. Oh, give me some seafood, Torian. You keeping all the good food to yourself. You look like you eat a lot, but you got a high metabolism, so you don't get fat. Hate you. Don't be flirting with me, BJ. Come out to California on your butt. Working out does work wonders. Because that little something that I got in the mail is awesome for my workouts because I do a ton of squats. Like squats are my life. Squats are pretty much my life right now. So, you know, it sucks that I'm not on my main channel. It really sucks that I'm not on my main channel because what I want to talk about stems from something that I put on my main channel, which is the last video, and some of the comments. Now, the comments didn't make me angry or anything. It was just interesting. Um, the different perspectives or whatever, because I always welcome a different perspective or what have you. Um, but it's just kind of interesting how this kind of conversation always goes. Because of course it's the great debate. What am I talking about? Y'all know what the great debate is. Hey, Prince, what's the great debate? Y'all can put it in the chat. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what the great YouTube debate is. Always. You know, I need to soak myself in some Epsom salt is what I need to do. But I don't have knee problems, or I used to, like a couple of years ago, I had all kinds of knee problems. But if you do your squats with the proper form, you won't have those problems. Now, about late late June, early July, I sprained my knee doing squats, but I recovered within like 4 days. So it wasn't that bad. If I do more stretching along with everything, then it'll be fine. But yes, cats and imprints, that is the great debate. And it's always a great debate. Um, because I think guys sort of get in, and I don't want to say get in their feelings necessarily, but it's more or less like it always becomes an issue of us and us versus them. But I don't see black men that way. I don't see black men as a either or, because I think there are good black men to be found in every socioeconomic level. There are good black men to be found everywhere. You know, I remember in high school, it was this one boy, I forgot his name, but he was like the smartest boy in the school, period, black, white, or otherwise. He was a black boy, smartest boy in the school. We just knew he was going to get all kind of scholarships and everything in college, and he did. He was also one of the most sought after in high school. He was also, hold on for a moment, you guys. I gotta take this call. I apologize for that. I had to take that call. So, but cats, I agree. Cat said, okay, I think black men in general get attacked by people both inside and outside the community, regardless of social economic status. Yeah, that's true. But I view black men individually though. I don't view them all or nothing. Because like I was saying, the boy in high school, he was the smartest boy, black boy, but decently handsome. I mean, he wasn't like super extra sexy, and he wasn't an athlete or anything, but he was extremely smart. But all the girls liked him. All the girls had a crush on him. Black, white, Latino, all of them. All of them had a crush on him, including yours truly. And he had one or two girlfriends here and there in the school or whatever, but he was highly sought after just as much as the guy who was I forgot his name too. There was the big he was a basketball player. He was like the best basketball player in the school or whatever. He was like a senior or whatever. And the girls wanted the smart dude just as much as they wanted that dude. And the smart dude looked better and everything. So it's always this them or us, bad guy versus good guy. But it's a false dichotomy. And that's what I was trying to say in the last video. It's not, I don't view black men as either or. My main point was there are good men to be found in any, whether he's rich or poor, whether he lives in the hood or he doesn't, whether he's in the suburbs or he's wherever. There are good dudes to be found, and then there are assholes everywhere. And I think that that whole argument is too much rooted in the stereotypes. The truth is always somewhere in the middle, though. The truth is always somewhere in the middle. It's rarely on either end of an extreme. Because who says that the guy who went through a bunch of education and he got his master's or whatever he did isn't sexy? Who says that guy isn't sexy? Who says that guy isn't masculine and can't attract women even if he didn't have, you know, deep pockets or whatever? Who's to say he every hood dude don't have quote unquote swag? It's a lot of lame ass hood dudes. It's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of lame hood dudes that I would never even look at, young or old. You know, so I don't view black men as a them. It's either them or it's either a hood dude or a educated dude. I like all the dudes. If you have something about you that I like and that I can rock with, and you a real dude, you know what I'm saying? You got a nice personality. You can keep up a good conversation. You're easy on the eye. Why am I then discriminating? Well, you know, you're not no hood dude, so I don't know if I could get with you. This is silly. Or, you know, you're not an educated dude, so I don't know if I could get with you. It's like this stereotype that all the educated dudes are Steve Urkel, and they're not. And even if they were, there are women out there built for a Steve Urkel. You know what I'm saying? And there are women out there, like it gets accused a lot of times that black women, when they're young, are only going out with these thugs. And it's not that many thugs. Like, that's actually an overstatement. You know what I'm saying? That's actually an overstatement of the facts. There is not, I don't know how many drug dealers and thugs people think are in the hood, but it's actually not that many. And I'm in a pretty rough hood, and it's not that many. Just because they make a big commotion doesn't mean there's a lot of them. And so every woman's not dating them. There is a certain woman that is built for that drug dealer gang banging dude. She built for that life. And that woman that's built for that kind of man, and she don't mind going back and forth with jail, posting bail money, and you know, and holding this down, and she don't mind all that. That's not the type of woman that would ever come to the so-called educated guy and want him to take care of her, because she doesn't even respect that kind of guy. And she has her own reasons for that. Because she built for that other guy. She just built for him. And she would never go outside of that wheelhouse because that's the level that she's at. It's not only just about the guy. That's the level that she's at. She can't and isn't willing to go any higher than that. She likes where she is. She likes the kind of guy that she gets with. She likes that guy. And she'll have as many babies with him as he'll pop. And she'll scuffle and hustle and all that stuff right along with him. It be females on the trap. Y'all playing. Tanisha and them be on the trap. Duh. That's why she don't mind that dude, cause she in the trap with him. She like that type of shit. She would never go for a guy that don't do that shit, that don't rip and run the streets and all that. She would never go for that guy. So the educated guy doesn't have to worry about, well, when she get done with that guy, she gonna come over here and want me to take care of her. No, she won't. She don't want you. Because women like that, when they young like that and they built that way, they don't stop being built that way just because they get older. You know what I'm saying? They don't stop being built that way. Yeah, trap queen. You know, that's what happens. They be on the trap with that guy. They would never come and get any other type of guy because they're not built for him. Another guy just wouldn't even want to deal with her. He wouldn't want to. She built for all that fighting and arguing and back and forth. She liked that shit, you know. So it's a group of people that's always built for another group of people. And then you got the middle ways chicks, could go either way. She not quite built for that life. She not quite built for the trap life. She may not want to have nothing to do with that. But she's just not in the vicinity of a lot of dudes that are higher echelon and maybe, you know what I'm saying, he's, you know, making six figures, or she's not in that pool of men. So then you can't get mad at her for not going for that pool of men. She's not in that pool. Everybody has to play their lane. Now that doesn't mean that there can never be crossover of lanes, but sometimes you're just not built for that guy. Like, do I have the intelligence to go from lane to lane? Yeah, I have the adaptability as well. But like, I would never be the type of woman to be with a really, really rich baller guy. I'm not built for him either because he's all about the glitz and the glam of it all and the superficial front of it all. And I can't rock with that. I'm too real for that. Even if I were in my prime and, you know, all, I couldn't do it then. I just couldn't see myself in that life. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. You stick me in this big home and you give me cars and furs and clothes and shoes and bags, but that just pacifies me, and I'm supposed to be mollified as you do whatever it is you do. I can't rock with that either. So there's somebody built for everybody, and I just don't understand the problem. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why this is such a butthurt topic for some people. Some people are really butthurt about stuff like this. But I'm not making a difference for who's better because I feel like there's good in all of it. You can't convince me that there are no good men that are so-called I don't like saying educated lane, but the so-called the educated man or the classic man. You can't tell me there aren't good men in that group that don't fit the stereotype of being a coon. He doesn't fit the stereotype. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't fit that mold. He's a good dude. And you can't tell me that just because there's a guy in the hood that doesn't have much, that he's not a good dude just because of that. So there's a lot of broad strokes and all of that. Can you guys hear me? But it's a lot of butthurtedness that goes with it, and I'm not real sure why. So I'm just gonna read just a couple of comments that were made under the video. And like I said, I wasn't mad at anybody. It didn't make me mad. It just was interesting to me. It's almost like they didn't hear what I said in the video. So I had one guy, Game Changer 00100. He said, "Okay, you're muddying the waters to fit your desire to measure men by your own stick. Instead of attacking the question of do black women pick bad guys, you asked the question what is bad and what is good, and then you gave your own answer. The answer you gave to your own question was basically that some bad guys might be good and some good guys might be bad. And though this statement is true, it presupposes that the men that make the black women an educated lame argument don't know the difference between poverty and being a poor mate." Now I'm going to stop it right there because he said some bad guys might be good and some good guys might be bad. But again, define good and bad. And I think this is where it got lost when I was talking in the video. Define it. We can't even address that question that was asked in the video that I was commenting on until we make those distinctions and give those definitions. What is good and what is bad has nothing to do with your socioeconomic level. It has everything to do with your character as a man. What is that? Because there are a lot of very wealthy, very smart, shitty people in the world who I would not piss on if they were on fire. There are equally a lot of shitty poor people in the world who I equally would not piss on if they were on fire. So it goes both ways all the time. Like I said earlier, the truth is always somewhere in the middle. It's very rarely to either extreme. And then he goes on to say this video was about the Future Russell situation. Now, Future does not actually live in the hood and he is not a hood man. However, he is not a good man because he engages in irresponsible breeding habits. That's his opinion. So now that we have a clear template of what a bad man is, and that we are not just saying poor men are bad, I must point out that black women by and large seek bad men of all economic levels. The majority of black men are single and childless, meaning there are a lot of single Russells out there that, like the women on this panel, don't notice until their looks and fertility begin to fade. P.S. When you were talking about what men choose, it was off topic and you were deflecting. I'm trying to figure out how I was deflecting. Exactly, cats. Exactly. Good equals me, bad other guys. But it's like, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So then my response was, This was my takeaway from the whole discussion. The terms must be defined before the title question could be addressed. Not every woman is falling for a so called bad man. Also, I have heard it repeated quite a few times that men in the hood are automatically bad because they are also supposedly drug dealers or gangbangers. I simply wish to dispel the myth associated with both type of men. Again, the terms must be defined before questions about it can be answered. And then there was another person that says, I've never heard people saying that men from the hood are automatically bad. I've heard it plenty of times. And it's way more women who are not from the hood who get with men from the hood than men who are not from the hood who get with women from the hood. Back in the 80s, we started saying things like, don't get a chick from the projects. But females weren't running around saying, don't get with a guy from the projects. In general, black women who are not from the hood aren't in a position to exclude men from the hood. But black men who are not from the hood are in a position to exclude women who are from the hood. So you're actually making the wrong argument because there are way more females from the hood who are delegated to males from the hood than vice versa. I don't even know what his problem was because my video had nothing to do with the exclusivity or availability between men and women. So basically, what he was saying in that comment was black women don't have a choice. They don't have the opportunity to exclude a certain subsection of men from their dating pool because their dating pool is small enough. But black men's dating pool was wide enough that he could exclude a certain subsection of black women from his dating pool and be okay. Which may or may not be true. I mean, whatever. But that wasn't my case. I wasn't talking about that. So then the other person, the game changer person comes back and says, I think she might have been using a straw man argument to justify her desire and the desire of other black women for bad boys. The person that says hood guys are automatically bad is about as real as that black guy that says you look good for a dark skinned girl. But there are guys that say that. And I've heard plenty of broad painted assumptions made on guys who are from the hood. Like they are all some type of thug, gangbang, jailbird idiots that do nothing but tear their communities down. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. So then the final response was for me, and I said, if you have ever heard me talk about my life on multiple occasions, which I've done, you would not make that statement. My husband was a dude from the hood, but there was nothing bad boy about him. The few guys that I dated prior to marrying were also not in that category. So there goes your assumption about my personal preference. What's also an assumption is that I am arguing for or against. I, unlike some others, see my brothers as individuals defined by their actions and their mindset, not their money, etc. The myths and negativity apply to all black men, irrespective of their socioeconomic standing. So my concern and care are for the brothers as a whole, not just a single segment of them. And so far, there's no reply to that. But that was part of why I decided to just come on real quick. And I'm actually not going to be on here very long because I got some other stuff to do. But I did want to sort of address it because it always gets lost in the sauce. Where these women are having a bunch of babies by men who, aren't any good. There is a such thing as relationships that don't work out. There is a such thing. You get into a relationship and for one reason or another it doesn't work out. And that's that. It doesn't always mean that the woman went and purposely sought out some dude that wasn't shit and she knew he wasn't shit and she decided to pop 5 kids for the dude. So It's not always like that. There's a such thing as people just not working out. They get together and then it ends. Now, I will grant you that being married in a is a little bit more stable than just a boyfriend or girlfriend that can just get up and leave when they want. But even marriages are not guaranteed to stay together. I mean, cuz look at my case. If I was married and if I had children, I would be a single mother right now. But why? Cuz shit happens in your life. So nothing is guaranteed. The only two things guaranteed in your life is change and death. Other than that, there aren't any guarantees. So it's not about getting with guys and having babies with guys that you know are just not shit. And you do it anyway. I mean, there are some women who they don't have any discernment. They emotionally immature and they get into relationships and they're in and out of relationships and they think having kids is gonna keep the man. And so she starts having a bunch of them. And every man she meets, she have a kid for him. I seen plenty of chicks like that. Every dude she meets, she have a kid for him. That's stupid. So those women, I can see the argument. I can see the argument there. But nobody's denying that that happens though either. With this Pookie Ray Ray stuff and the educated guy versus him and men and women just like him. Women like sir. Listen, if you're a guy and you don't have the money to lure women over to you, you gotta have something. If I'm just not a wealthy guy and I can just kind of pay bitches off or whatever, or they attracted to me because they see I got a bag and they see dollar signs, so they'll come over here and deal with me because I got money. What is the man that don't have that money supposed to do? Just not get women? So he got to develop something else. He got to either be sexy or he got to develop his personality or he got to be charming or he got to have quote unquote swag or he got to have something to attract women with. Just like a woman who's not just beautiful, she got to have something to attract men with. So if she's not going to be this gorgeous bombshell every time she step out the door, she got to have something. She can't just say, "Oh well, I'm not a gorgeous 10, so I can't get no man." That's stupid. So she either has to start dressing real nice and have some style to her clothes, or she have to keep her hair done, or she have to do something. She gotta make sure that her personality is good and her conversation is good. Try to make sure that she being nice or whatever it is. So everybody gotta work their lane. So if you're an upper echelon guy, um, Arthur Forte, be careful, man, dealing with that hurricane. Just try to stay safe, man. But if you're an upper echelon guy and you got X amount of money, it's a certain group of women you're not even dealing with anyway. So it doesn't matter what she does. What does it matter to you what she does? You'll never deal with that woman. So it's irrelevant who she had babies by. And let's just keep it funky before I get out of here. A lot of dudes that have these little arguments about it on YouTube, they don't even want wives and children. So I'm trying to figure out what's your problem. So if she have a bunch of kids by Pookie and then she want Ray Ray to take care of them, you not Pookie or Ray Ray. So what's your problem? And you don't care what the status of the black community is because you don't You don't see yourself as part of the black community and you don't want to try to help fix it. So what difference does it make to you? Why are you arguing about it? Just for the sake of popping your gums. That's what I think. That's what I'm saying, Art. It's about sex and not getting any, and then getting mad that other men, where they just want the man with that's the that charm them, or they just or not a popular one. They just want a man to get their coochie wet. You want a female to get your dick hard. So I'm trying to figure out the difference. When the day you settle for an ugly woman with all the other intangible qualities that you want, but she ugly, then you can talk to me. Go do that. Go settle for a female. You want a 10. Go get a 5. But she got every other quality you list on that checkbox. She just a 5 and not a 10. That's the only thing she's missing. And marry her and be good to her. And then you can make that argument. But as long as you want a woman that you look at and your dick can get hard when you look at her, I don't want to hear it. And I'm in agreement with you, Prince. At this point in history, if a man can't get sex as easy as it is compared to all other points in history, that's his own problem. I'm in agreement with that. You can buy pussy. Come on. There are a lot of women who, even if she is cute, she don't have a lot of self-esteem. You can get that woman, man, like that. She has sex with you. I mean, I'm just saying. These are the same men that don't want wives, so she don't gotta be wife material. You don't even want a wife. So all you need is a bitch that'll fuck you, cause you're not looking for her to be nothing else. Cause if you wanted a wife, you would make yourself a husband. If you stayed in your lane, you could get women, but you don't like the women in your lane because your lane is lame. So get that old lame ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you're a 4 on the scale, then you dealing with 3s, 4s, and possibly 5s. That's what you dealing with. And you having money, the only thing that do is make you be able to attract another kind of female, but she only coming to you for your money, and then you get mad because she a gold digger. And that bitch just want me for my money. Yes, you a hideous troll with a fucked up personality. You goddamn right, I just want you for your money. See what I'm saying? See how that works? It's silly. You just don't want the women that's for you. That's all. But if you had some type of charisma or something like that, you actually could get a better woman because she would see past maybe some of your physical, what I'm saying, shortcomings or something. She would see past it. And she would start to value you for who you were. They just mad because they can't figure out how a dude that don't have all this education and money, how he consistently get women. He getting them because he got something they like. That's not money. It's him. They like him. They like who he is. They like how he talking to her. She like how he treating her. Yeah, and yes, she like how he lay pipe. It doesn't hurt to know how to do that, guys. That's not some kind of horrible thing that women like. Women like sex. What are you in the 16th century? The fuck? They just want some man, to have sex with them. You want some woman to have sex with you. These are also the same men that I'm not gonna protect no woman, even your own. I wouldn't dare get with a man that he my man, I'm supposed to be his woman, and some shit go down, and that nigga just look at me like, handle your lightweight. What? You fucking supposed to protect me, dude. Now he talking to you. He should be, and him talking to me should automatically mean he talking to you. So I don't even want a man that doesn't want to protect me, because a woman like me, I'm not gonna start shit so that my man have to come to my rescue. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like fucking up shit and then he gotta come clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell all the guys who don't want to protect your woman, and you don't want to do, and you not gonna get in, and your name is Hess, and you ain't in that mess, and all that old dumb shit. Let me tell you something real quick. It is nothing. It's almost nothing sexier than a man that's protecting you. Don't you know Kitty get real responsive to that? She get real responsive to that shit. Y'all heard what I said on that other live stream? We was talking about that guy that came to protect that pregnant woman from that racist ass white man. If I was that woman, like let's say he was protecting me, let's say I wasn't pregnant, that man would have got my number, and I would have been trying to figure out how to take him out to dinner, because that was potentially a life and death situation. You know how crazy white folk is. They shot him. I would have been trying to figure out what's going on with that dude. Cause you came out of nowhere protecting me. My panties wet, nigga. Do you want to go somewhere and eat or something or something or something? I need to talk to you. Me and you need to have a conversation. Thank you so much for protecting me. I'm gonna get that voice. I'm gonna bat my eyes. Come on now. Them situations, we will be out, me and my husband, and he kind of just so much as kind of get in front of me. It may not even been no shit that was directed towards me, but just he put me over into a protective him. You be get over there, man. My panties be so wet. He finna get jumped at the house after that shit, cause he was protecting me. I felt safe. I felt like when I was with him, he wasn't gonna let nobody fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So all that, I ain't gonna protect no woman, and that's one of the reasons why women ignore you, because they know that if I get into some shit, this nigga ain't gonna fight the gnats out his ass or mine. Any confrontation, he backing up. He don't want no smoke with nobody. Come on now, what kind of man don't never want no smoke with nobody? And you ain't gotta be no dude out here picking fights. I'm not saying you gotta pick a fight, but you need to be willing to finish one if one come to you. That's all I'm saying. My husband wasn't going nowhere picking no fights, but let some bullshit come over and they gonna get another side. That's not nothing to do with being no thug or no gangster or no bad boy or none of them negative white connotations and stereotypes. That has everything to do with a man holding his own nuts. And I don't want no man that can't hold his nuts. I don't care if he got a master's. I don't care if he got a PhD. I don't care if he had to go get his GED. If he can't hold his nuts, I don't want him. Because if he can't hold his own, he definitely can't protect me. If some shit go down, he in it to win it for his damn self. And I can kick rocks. Let him tell it. And I don't want no man like that. What kind of man is not doing his what come naturally to him? That man who was protecting that pregnant woman, he did not know that woman. That woman didn't know him. He didn't protect her only because he had been fucking her. He didn't know her. All he knew was that this is a pregnant woman and this is an old ass, decrepit ass, racist ass white man trying to fuck with her. So let me step in the middle of that because I'm not gonna be watching no pregnant woman get a beat down from an old ass man. I'm not gonna stand by and watch that. It wasn't even so much I don't think about her, but just as him as a man. Because that was the first thing he said when he stepped up. He was like, I'm a man and you supposed to be a man. So what you gonna do? That was him acting on the code of being a man. You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of dudes think that okay, if I have money, she should be mollified with just that. And my treatment of her shouldn't really matter. But it does matter because any woman of quality is not satisfied with just your money. You can't pacify a woman like me with your money because that's your money. And if you leave, you're going to take your money with you. You know, motherfuckers get petty, take that shit they bought you and sell it. Give me that car, bitch. Give me the keys, bitch. You know, you get mad at you, take your shit, you know? But how do you treat me? Because that only works for superficial women, women who are only in it to get those things. You right, Soul Shader. Even if a nigga lose, at least he tried to fight and protect. Looks better than the nigga who doesn't try at all and just gets on his knees. I mean, because if my man get in a fight trying to protect me and he lose, I'm gonna nurse that nigga back there. He's still gonna get some pussy. He might even get a couple doses. Cause I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna nurse you to health, baby. Ooh. And then no sooner than he, you know what I'm saying, able to handle it, I'm gonna throw it at his ass. Because it's me and him against the world, nigga. You be messing with my damn man. That shit make me wanna fight. I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of it. It's your mindset as a dude that's running these women away. They don't want to have nothing to do with you. Just like these women out here, she look good or whatever, but she can't hold no man down. She can't keep no man because after she done in the bed, it ain't nothing to the bitch. So ain't nobody trying to wife her up. Cause look at her, wife her up. Why? For what? Any sane man would not wife up a hoe cause she hoeing. Who wife that bitch up for? She ain't gonna do nothing but cheat cause you ain't gonna stop her from being a hoe. All you gonna do is house that hoe, and she gonna still be a hoe in your house. What's up, fashionista? So I'm gonna actually go ahead and cut on up out of here. I know this was short, but we got some live streams probably all day today. So you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get on up out of here. But thanks, guys, for coming through for a little quick hit. I have a video dropping tonight on my regular channel or whatever, because I already recorded my voice for it. But I'll see y'all later on tonight. Probably if Angry Man have a stream or BGS. So I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out.